I've been working in this field for 15 years now, and I'm still seeing terrible things. Only last week there was an issue at a local supermarket. Innocent customers thought they were buying beef burgers. Little did they know they were 70% horsey with traces of Bulbasaur. People think games like Mario or Pac-Man are innocent, but they're not. Kids taking magic mushrooms and pills is not funny in my book. I'm Private Investigator Clyde Shadow of the Grand Agency for Malicious Entertainment, and it's my job to clean up after the mess that video games have left behind. People sit there on their sofas at home watching Mark Austin on the news at 10, talking about another school shooting or carjacking and blaming video games for them, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. I'm talking about the epidemic of video game-based violence and injury. I've been in this business long enough. I've been all around the country, up here, up there, down somewhere else, left and right from B to A, trying to solve the crimes. Only last week I was called to a crime scene in a local car park. Hit and run. Turned out to be more than that. Blooper ink. Ah, blinky. Looks like a case of Grand Theft Octopus. Turtle shell on the floor, green turtle shell to the front tyre. It's not meant to take so much carnage. It's only made of rubber. Is the culprit still out there? As inevitable as a new Nintendo handheld. Probably invisible now as the Sony PlayStation 4 at launch. But we best check anyway. Get me a 360. However it comes. People think video games are harmless, just boys and girls sat at home living their fantasies through a small black box with an eerie blue light, but I've seen things that would make you think again. Perfectly fine buildings collapsing due to an architect's obsession with Tetris, whole stories just disappearing upon completion. Families torn apart from not being able to understand the mindless ramblings of their kids speaking Simlish. The worst thing is the sort of antisocial behaviour you get. Street fighters, assassins, all sorts of modern warfare. Young kids and teenagers seeing these events being played out in front of them and thinking they're acceptable. Then there's the cruelty to animals. Nintendo fans jumping up and down on turtles, kids dropping their hedgehogs into water to see how long they survive, innocent rare exotic birds being thrown at pigs in a farmyard. Bees attacked. I love bees. You haven't seen cruelty until you've looked a child in the eye and tell them you can't strap a cape onto a sheep, throw it off a building and expect it to survive.
Are video games really having such a big effect on children?
You see this? Most people think this is a child's toy, but this is worse than the hot coffee mod of Grand Theft Auto. They learn as a child that if they collect enough money, they can get more lives. That's just bad parenting. It was Christmas 2 years ago. I had to tell my own son that you can't fit everything into a backpack. It has limits. The worst thing though was when I found my colleague dead. Turned out he'd injured himself quite seriously in the line of duty. Some lunatic in a forest trying to punch trees so they can build furniture, apparently, and figured that if he ate enough chocolate bars, he'd return to full health. There he was, Toblerone smeared around his lips, hitting himself with a first aid kit, expecting just the act of removing it from his bag to heal him. We lost him that day. A perfectly good officer dead because of video games.
Can it be stopped?
Yes. By people stopping playing games, and with the cooperation of Federation forces, all video games should belong to us. Only then will the chaos end. No more kidnap of royalty, alien invasion, arrows to the knee, annoying frogs, pointless tennis matches, zombie invasions, waggle, just dance, people thinking standing on plastic scales will make them lose weight, voice-controlled console operation, random blue lights, social network sharing. If I lose my job through removing them, so be it. But it'll be in the knowledge that I've saved countless lives of people who've... Oh. Hello, Clyde Shadow. I see. I'll be right there. I'm afraid I have to go. A man dressed as an ape is throwing barrels of oil off a local building. Another poor soul with RSI, strained sight, and a sense of confusion. I'm on my way.
Ooh, what's this? Ooh, a zombie game.
I think I just show him banana skin.